Hi everyone, this is Joe Spagnolo, and today I want to talk to you about use cases. More specifically, 5 things I've learned about use cases, how I use cases in practice, and some of the challenges I have discovered while using them in practice. Let's get started. Number 1, use cases do not have to be overly technical. In fact, they don't even have to be long. I now put mine on a 3.5 by 5 index card. If you need to know the specifics, yes, they're white ruled index cards, okay? Number 2, use cases encapsulate the work. That's right, they help me get it done quicker. They allow the elimination of scope creep, and they help me get it done quicker. 3, use cases in conjunction with user stories help really fill in the gaps of Scrum. What do I mean by gaps? Is that the use cases help the developers put more context behind the user story, and it helps give the developers a better understanding of what we're trying to accomplish here. Number 4, use cases must be written from the outside in. What do I mean by that? I mean they have to be written with the user in mind first, and then inwards. As an overly technical person, I used to write things from the inside out. Not such a good idea, as I've learned. And number 5, every use case has an adjacent system and impacts, and visual mapping is very important to identifying those adjacent systems. Period. Have to draw it out? No, you don't have to be an artist. You just have to make boxes and arrows and circles. You can do this. You learned this in kindergarten. I know. Those are 5 things I've learned about use cases. Now, 3 ways I put use case knowledge into practice is, number 1, I co-create the visualization. So for every use case, I work with the customer, I work with the developers, and co-create how this impacts the complete system and adjacent systems. 2, it gets me to done a heck of a lot quicker. It's much easier to go to an executive and say, we're going to take care of these 20 use cases, and the theme of all these use cases is this, and that's all we're going to do, versus this user story, that user story that just keeps compounding and compounding and compounding. And number 3, it really helps ensure the project's viability and insulates the project from a lot of unknowns. Using use cases forces me to think further down the line, in a sense like do a fishbone, understand how everything connects before you run into roadblocks. So it helps me better navigate the team through the series of requirements. Couple challenges, when I say couple, two challenges using use cases that I've run into is, 1, technical people like writing things inside out. Well, getting them to switch that mindset is a 180-degree switch, and sometimes they rebel. Number 2, people don't know how to draw. I'm sorry, it's a sad state here. People just don't know how to draw. I mean, I see beautiful pictures on Visio and electronically, but they can't pick up this and draw a pretty circle and a square. There's some real messes out there. So when I say this with all good-heartedness. Please improve your penmanship. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.